welcome Pondguard and Team Captain Payan.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, good to have you back. Payan, we just talked about it a little bit, and Pondguard is actually the oldest standing team now, with Surslayer and Plebs on a break. Remember this one. I
Wow.
mean, Norwegians might be here for a long time, but you guys are the only ones that have been playing since our tournament, the core tournament from the start. So, congrats on that achievement, I guess. It's already
Yeah,
something to
thank you.
keep playing.
Mhm.
But we also talked about how you haven't been able to get like first place in any of those tournaments. So hopefully that will change this season. For those who don't know you by some like mysterious way, can you tell us who you are and something about the team as well?
Sure. So I'm Pyan, team captain for Pawn Guard, and we're mostly NA. We've occasionally had some EU people, but definitely primarily NA team. Um, I would say like most consistent and performing NA team, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, our population is not very big, and it's hard to join tournaments in EU times, especially. But that's why CB Rivals is nice. Because the games are on Sunday and we actually can't get enough people to play. Um, so yeah, we've played in lots of tournaments in the past. I don't think we've skipped many of the major tournaments, if any
Mm-hmm.
at all. I think sometimes we've played better than others, but I think usually we at least show out and give a good fight. And pretty much we just play for fun, and it's tournaments is brings Conqueror's Blade to another level. So I'm glad there's people like you, CB, hosting tournaments.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome. Absolutely. I mean, tournaments are a whole different beast in itself. It's really interesting for sure. Especially having played with you guys as well. It's just amazing. Um, how would you describe your team like from a different perspective?
Um, well, let's see. The teams, slowly change as time goes on because people leave and people want to join, and like we might swap like 2 people here for this tournament. 2 months later, we might swap 4 people here, stuff like that. But pretty much always, we're always getting along together and playing sieges together. So we always get along, and I think we're always hanging out. So I think that helps with team chemistry
Mm-hmm.
and just just playing together and getting along. Um, how else would I describe ourselves? We're always joking a lot. We'd be like
Yeah.
screaming at each other, go there, do this, and then after it's like, oh sorry man, like I didn't mean it like in a mean way.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, we're all just here to have fun.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
everything's really
Yeah.
lighthearted.
I especially remember from season 0, the finals against Plebs, when you guys sent me
Mhm.
this short video with the sound about the final charge when it was like, for freedom, or something like that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. I think it was takedown, and we were all so obviously in a tournament. We're trying to win, and that means like not necessarily don't have fun, but like be very try hard. And all of
Hmm.
a sudden, takedown yells for glory
Yeah,
as we're
so we were
charging.
saying that. Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, so I think that definitely describes your team. So going back to Conqueror's Blade then. If your team would be a unit in Conqueror's Blade, which unit would that be?
Ooh, our team as a unit. That's a good question. Um. I'd probably say like maybe stalwart, just because we like to attack and defend at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I guess for the most part, I would say we're like fairly consistent. So Star Wars is like always like in there, and they could keep
Yeah.
dealing damage,
Mm-hmm,
as they
mm-hmm.
keep racing. Yeah, I'd probably say that. That's a good question. I
Yeah,
like
thanks. Yeah, and I think Star Wars sounds like a good pick. I can really see your team. Like, and it's also like Star Wars, you gotta stick together as well, right? That's quite always what you do. You
Yeah.
always try to stick together and make sure that you're fighting as one. And yeah, that's really
Yeah.
important for you guys.
Yeah.
Right. Slightly different question then. If your team could ban a hero class, which hero class would that be?
Hmm. Probably something like a chain dart or a dual blade or poleaxe, something that just locks you up. Because usually, like, some people, sometimes some of us like get a little distracted and try to
Mhm.
like we'd be all like grouped here, but then we have some people like fighting by themselves off there, and then usually like it's something, some hero class killer. I mean, well, Polak's only if you have rough justice, but just like we're like come back, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get caught, and it's like no.
yeah. Not
So yeah,
again.
something just to let us escape when
Yeah,
we're a little undisciplined.
I see, I see. Sounds fair. To make sure your team doesn't get punished then, yeah. What players should we be looking out for that are on the roster right now?
Um, well, we have Hanzo. Hanzo's a beast, and he's always trying to do something. Lots of, I mean, it makes sense to like be in position and ready to go, but Hanzo's always ready to go while like, trying to kill a Falco here or like cause a distraction here. He's just a beast overall. Who else? Too nice, Tony. He's a really good frontliner and always has clear comms and does the right thing. Let me think. I think everybody is pretty solid, I would say.
Yeah, for sure, for
I
sure.
don't want to put too many people on the spotlight, but I would say Hanzo. I'd say
Alright, alright.
Hanzo's a beast. Yeah.
We'll especially take a close look at Hanzo then for sure in the next season. I'm looking forward to it. See if the prediction comes true. Um, for the team, what is the goal for next season?
Obviously to win, or at least get close to winning at the very least. Well, without Surfslayer and Pleb, it's probably a better chance for everybody to try to win, and maybe that might like motivate some people a little more, like, oh, maybe we can win.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, we got to scrim a lot last season of CB Rivals, but this season, I might be a little more busy and stuff, so we'll see about scrims. But obviously, like scrimming more consistently is always something we want to do.
Yeah.
But I guess in the end, it's just performing well in the games.
Yeah, for sure, sure. Well, at least there's another NA team that's actually made it in the Rustic division this year, so there will be at least one more
Okay.
NA team again. Of course,
Yeah.
probably not at the right level that you need for practice, but
Yeah,
who knows?
it's Warbus, right?
Oh no, there's also
Warbus?
another to be determined, TBD.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's a third team now. Yeah, so we'll see.
Cool.
Maybe that will
I
help
like
you
that.
in NA a little bit. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back to the league then, final question. Which team do you consider to be your biggest rival for next season?
Wait, I need. Well, obviously no beaches, but what are the other teams again? Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah, buddy. That's former Kebabs and Odin's, Argonautas,
Uh-huh.
Apes. Yeah.
Okay, so I would say no beaches, yeah, buddy, and Odin's.
Mhm.
Definitely Odin's. Like the last 2 or 3 seasons of the game, not tournaments necessarily, but
Mhm.
like CBL and then CB Rivals, they've showed up super well.
Yeah.
They 2-0'd us last season.
Yeah, they've been
And that's
really
something we
improving.
didn't expect, and we
Mhm.
definitely should have been ready for that. And
Yeah.
they played really well versus Surf Slayer, I think it was,
Mhm.
in CBL. I mean, they ended up losing, but Surf Slayer's, Surf Slayer. So yeah, I really like how Odin's plays, and they've got some good players too.
Yeah. All right, looking forward to
Yeah.
that rematch then. Let's see if you guys improved as well, as much as
Yeah.
Odin's did over the past 2 seasons. That'll be a good match for
Yeah.
sure. All right, I'm just gonna thank you. Thank you very much, Payan, for this short
Yeah.
interview, and
Thank
best of
you.
luck for next season.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, see ya.